The natural gas used in the Netherlands partly comes from Norway. It is processed for use in Germany, after which it is transported to the Netherlands. The gas transportation pipeline runs from Germany under the Eems estuary to the Netherlands. This section is called the Eemszinker. With a diameter of 42 inches and a 4-inch concrete protective layer, the Eemszinker was manufactured and laid in the dredged estuary bed in 1972. Due to erosion, nature widened the Eems channel, exposing a section of the pipeline. This could result in damage to the pipeline. Various attempts were made to protect the pipeline by dumping stones at the exposed locations. However, over time, this solution proved to be inadequate. Therefore, in 2000, Gas Transport Services, part of the Nederlandse Gasunie, launched a search for a permanent solution to the problem. From the 3 shortlisted companies, the approach devised by Visser & Smit Hanab was considered the safest, most efficient, and best value for money. Visser & Smit Hanab invited Rederij Waterweg, Van Splunder Funderingstechniek, and the dredging company Boskalis to participate in this unique project. An extra requirement was that the gas flow through the Eemszinker should continue undisrupted while the necessary work was being done. Within 18 months, the respective engineering departments of the companies concerned have developed, produced, and costed a total project plan, down to the smallest details. To carry out the work, a temporary project office to coordinate all the activities is set up in the harbour at Delfzijl. From here, Rederij Waterweg transports personnel from the various companies to the Eems site by means of a regular ferry service. The estuary bed at the Eemszinker location is accurately mapped by Boskalis, using additional geotechnical and hydrographic survey and research techniques. For monitoring purposes, these surveys are continued during the entire project duration. Besides accurate estuary bed mapping, it's vital to determine the exact location of the pipeline to the nearest centimetre. To achieve this, it's necessary to remove some of the stones dumped at various locations on the Eemszinker. By means of an airlift, a powerful suction technique, Rederij Waterweg's The Coastal Worker lifted up stones and sand. The mixture is deposited adjacent to the works, allowing the tidal currents to disperse it. Also from the Coastal Worker, a jet probe is placed on the pipeline at precisely the same location where the airlift has removed the stone. It is fitted with advanced measuring equipment, which can determine the exact location of the Eemszinker. A diver checks if the jet probe is positioned correctly on the gas pipeline.
Waarschijnlijk moet je een beetje stroomopwaarts voor de pijp, Gerard.
Een beetje stroomopwaarts. Oké, hij staat water.
Oké, Onno, hij staat.
The resulting information determines the location of the support constructions. Soon, the gas pipeline will be suspended from these supports. A support construction consists of 2 vertical tubular steel pipes supporting an A-frame, from which the pipeline will be suspended. 22 of these support constructions, also known as hoisting frames, will be placed along a 950-meter stretch. Van Splunder Funderingstechniek makes use of the pontoon barge crane, the Dina M. The steel piles for the hoisting frames are lowered until they pitch on the estuary bed. The piles are vibrated into the estuary bed by means of a hydraulic vibratory hammer. Once in place, when necessary, a hydraulic impact hammer drives the piles to the correct level. When both pipe piles have reached the correct level, the A-frame is placed in position. Before this is carried out, a stiffening frame protects the hoisting frames and piles in the deeper water section, as they are subject to stronger currents. The frames are in place. 22 hoisting frames are now located above the gas pipeline, 6 of which have stiffening frames over a length of 950 meters. Once the hoisting frames have been installed, the second phase can begin, suspending the gas pipeline from the A-frames. This requires a hoisting construction to be placed around the pipeline. The hoisting construction consists of an upper beam attached to 2 U-shaped brackets.
Bodem. Bodem.
The hoisting construction is attached by means of a steel cable to the first tie bar of the A-frame. This passes through the hollow orange jack, which will soon allow the Eemszinker to be lowered. Among other things, nylon current screens with sinker material were used in an earlier attempt to protect the pipeline. The tough screens had to be removed before dredging work could begin.
Liggen er ook nog ijzeren pijpen, Eddie?
Ja, op het begin hier, ik heb hier meteen al een dikke 6 duimen.
This was a difficult task, as the screens were partly covered by sediment, making them difficult to locate and remove. Steel pipes and wires anchored the screens. With the help of divers, the screens were removed piece by piece. Once most of the screens had been removed, Boskalis could deploy the backhoe dredger, the Rocky, to begin dredging. The Rocky did not dredge directly under the Eemszinker itself. This would be too risky, as the pipeline was still operational and was transporting gas at 50 bar pressure. Therefore, the Rocky dredged alongside the pipeline. In this way, the sand directly under the pipeline would slide into the breaches in a controlled way. Consequently, a free span will be created under the Eemszinker for further dredging work. By using advanced positioning equipment, The rocky crane operator can see the work being carried out underwater on his computer screen. An automatic safety system was specially developed for the crane, which is activated as soon as the crane comes too close to the pipeline. Dredging continues 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The dredged material is dumped at one of the designated locations. When the project is completed, it will be reused for covering the pipeline. The Boskalis cutter suction dredger, the Jokra, cuts the hard clay bed alongside the pipeline to a depth of 21.5 meters. The loosened clay, stone and sand mixes with the water and is sucked up. A floating pipeline transports the dredged sludge to the spreader pontoon, the Vulcanus. Visser and Smit-Hannab calculated that when sinking the pipeline, there would be an excess length of around 35 centimeters. To accommodate for this excess length, Rederij Waterweg's coastal digger was put to use. The pipeline follows a horizontal curve on the muddy bottom. The sand and silt on the outside of the curve is removed, so that the pipeline has room to accommodate this displacement. The sonar system attached to the suction nozzle makes it possible to follow the work accurately. The Boskalis suction wheel dredger, the Nordland, fitted with a dustpan head, together with the Rocky, remove the last sedimentary material and clay from the new trench, so that the correct depth can be achieved for the gas pipeline. After 8 weeks, the intensive dredging work is completed. The gas pipeline is suspended in the brackets above the riverbed. The transverse position of the Eemszinker is maintained by the mounted side strops.
We staan hier op juk nummer 4.
This is the moment we worked towards for months. We're now lowering the pipeline, and we're happy at the moment with the way things are going.
We zijn in ieder geval op dit moment gelukkig met het resultaat.
CP hier juk 5, over een tonnetje of 5. Dan moeten we de vijzel even terugbrengen naar niveau 2, over.
Lowering the pipeline is an impressive feat of engineering. In fact, Visser and Smit-Hannab developed a special suspension and lowering system for this project. The heart of the system consists of the housing for the hydraulic jack. It holds the orange-painted hollow hydraulic jack with the tie bar and the important locking nuts.
Wat is de druk?
240 bar.
Ingereed met een druk van 240. 170.
De gasleiding zal in een aantal...
The pipeline is lowered in controlled stages in order to prevent damage.
De gasleiding niet in gevaar komt.
Oké, dan gaan we deze toren laten zakken. We gaan nu zakken met toren nummer 12.
Ja, los.
In extremely nice weather, over a period of 5 days, the pipeline is now around 10 meters deeper. Lowering has been successful. The flow of gas through the pipeline continued undisrupted, and there were no complications. The Eemszinker is now at its new depth in the trench. The trench will be partially filled through natural processes and partly by covering it with a layer of stone. The required material for this is therefore transported from the area where it was dumped at the beginning of the project. after which the stone and dredge mixture is carefully spread in certain areas over the pipeline. The natural process of sedimentation will further fill the trench. Removal of a supporting construction is the last phase of the project. After all the equipment has been removed, none of the work carried out is visible on the surface. Embedding the almost 950-meter long pipeline deeper without interrupting the gas flow is completed. The project has been successfully carried out thanks to the cooperation of Visser & Smit Hannab, Reederij Waterweg, Van Splunde Funderingstechniek and Boskalis. The safety of the Eemszinker and the flow of gas through the largest pipeline in the Netherlands have been guaranteed for the coming decennia.